What's going on, guys, and welcome to Marvel Realm of Champions. By far one of the best Marvel games I've ever played on my mobile device, and I'm not just saying that because it has Black Panther, which of course it is safe to say is a huge pro in this game. Now, huge thank you to Kabam Games and Marvel for sponsoring this video, and Marvel Realm of Champions is out right now, so visit that link in the description, and I'm also going to leave my username below so you can add me, so of course we can team up on this game too. Now, one of the main things that makes me absolutely love this game is their customization. Now, you guys know I'm always yapping on about customization being a big thing as a whole, right? And the team behind this game have just absolutely nailed exactly that, because it just goes so in depth and there are so many bits to unlock to really make your champion just feel unique as a whole, which is just, again, so important to me as a player in just video games most importantly. But what I love is that there are tons of heroes you can unlock, and this is why the customization is very important. Now, so far in terms of champions or heroes, whatever you wish to call them, that I have are Black Panther, Iron Legionnaire, Hulk, Web Warrior, and Sorcerer Supreme. Now, there are of course a ton more you can unlock. Right now I really need Super Soldier on my team because he just looks so cool, but overall I started off as an Iron Man main, and most importantly because the ability to fly in the game to avoid enemies made things a little bit easier. But then I found Black Panther was just incredibly powerful and quick as a whole, and then now I'm torn between my Black Panther and my Web Warrior because I'm having a ton of fun with these both, as you'll see in the background. The gameplay is incredibly fun. Now, going into the customization side of this game, it truly is limitless. Now, you can do so many cool things, like with Iron Man, remove his helmet, or just mix up certain suit pieces. Now, the more you progress, the more gears you unlock, and they are ranked, i.e. beginner, recruit, etc., and that all affects your overall power for that champion. Now, what you'll see in the background is my Black Panther and Iron Man alongside Web Warrior with their standard base skin, I guess you could say, right, without any customization, and then how much basically gets changed when we start to customize these characters. And with my Black Panther, you can see the difference is huge. It really makes a big difference. I love the helmets, and you can really mix things up. Then with my Web Warrior, again, just so many different fits that you can do, and sometimes, at least what I'm finding difficult anyway, is it is actually hard to choose because there are just so many different types of bits you can mix and match. And again, the reason why it's so difficult is because the difference is major. You can really feel that, especially when you are playing the game. And you guys know we've had a topic on this in the last couple of days about customization, and we've always said that making your character feel like your character actually does basically change the way you play in a certain game, and I 100% back that. I think that is a real thing. So this is why it's also just so much more fun. And when it comes to Hulk as well and Iron Man, the exact same thing. With Hulk you just feel so monstrous, and with certain gear pieces, again, it just really switches things up, which is cool. And then with Iron Man, like I said before, honestly for me it was just cool enough to have the ability to remove the helmet and basically upgrade every other gear bit on him apart from his helmet if you wished to basically make him, I guess, in danger. That wouldn't be a really good thing to do, but it's cool nonetheless that you can basically toggle that on and off. Now, in terms of game modes, you have some really epic multiplayer brawls. So what you do have is Arena Conquest, which is a 3v3. Then you have Arena Deathmatch, which is a 2v2 vs 2. And then you have a Stronghold and Onslaught. Now, what you'll see in the background is Arena Conquest and Strongholds, because these have just had me glued for hours on end. Now, if you're traveling or you need the clock to go faster, then these are those types of quick match modes that are just a blast fast to do, right? You can just jump right in and have a ton of fun, but most importantly, what I love about these is they are very, very rewarding as well. So with the Arena Conquest, as you'll see in the background, it's a PvP, and the main aim is to capture and destroy the enemy's Bodok, but you need to defend yours too, because of course that's what the other team will be trying to attack. Now the Bodok is essentially a base, and once it's captured you only have a few seconds to get as much damage done as possible before you are thrown out of that circle, but you want to be careful as you can get KO'd, and once you get KO'd you have to spectate until you respawn, which can definitely be painful to watch, especially if the other team capture your Bodok. You want to make sure you get right back into the game and push them off, but again it depends on how powerful their team are as well, so this is why it's so important to try not to get KO'd. Now for this I loved playing as Iron Man, especially with the special attacks, and the chest beam was just super therapeutic to me for some reason. The damage as well was incredible. Now don't forget, for the damage it will increase too, right, as you upgrade the gears for that, but equally my Black Panther and my Web Warrior as well was super fun to play with. And again, you just want to try and upgrade these characters and their gear pieces as much as possible to ultimately make your team feel untouchable, right? And again, that's just the beauty of this. Now next up, the second game mode that I was talking about, being Stronghold. I have to say, out of the two, with my Black Panther and Web Warrior, and even Hulk to be fair, was by far the most fun for me. Now the special attacks on these are so cool, the chaos and effects were amazing, but what turns the dial here, right, is that it goes in waves. So it goes in a set of 3 waves, and you need to defend your ISO core. But here's the plot twist, I guess you could say, because on the last wave, wave 3, you will get a super strong enemy come in and you need to take them out. But on top of that, there will also be different adaptoids that come along, which again just makes it even more tough. Again, you don't want to get KO'd here, especially because it can be, I mean, the spectator mode will right here be very, very painful to watch, because you can see the enemies just go right for your ISO core and your team trying their best to stop it, but essentially just get outnumbered. It's painful to watch, you don't want to get KO'd, and sometimes, just sometimes, you can get in there in the nick of time, especially if you have a special attack loaded up, and quite possibly just save the day. But again, you still don't want to get KO'd, because it is by far one of the most painful things to watch in this game, and you just don't want to be that guy. Now what I love about this more is that it goes in threat levels, and of course you want to be on a streak, right? But the second you lose a match, you're back to a threat level of 1. Again, it's very challenging, but again, very, very rewarding. Now it's also worth noting that it does go per hero, so for instance, if my Black Panther is on a threat level of 5, let's say for instance, I can't then become Hulk or another champion and be on the same threat level as Black Panther. I will actually be on threat level 1 or whatever my streak was with that champion at that moment in time. So it's per champion, not overall. So again, it gets more challenging as the higher the threat level, the harder the waves are going to be, but the higher the threat level, the higher the reward as well. So it kind of works in both ways, and who really wants an easy game anyway? You want to be able to have that challenge to actually feel like you deserve that reward, and again, you want to see your characters be able to handle things differently as well, which is why I thought this was the most fun out of them both. Now overall, it's such a great game. I do think they nailed it, from the powerful unique customization to the team-based multiplayer, the thrilling intense action, and of course the mysterious intriguing story, and overall just the visual stunning experience, especially when in a battle with loads and loads of enemies and chaos going on. It really does look incredible. Now even using my special like with Black Panther and just watching that launch, it was just incredible. And again, it's all about seeing that damage go down as well, which just adds to that really cool feeling. Now I have no idea what could make this game better, and if I have to be honest, me being in a situation like that, I think that's how we know it's safe to say this game is a masterpiece. So go ahead and download Marvel Realm of Champions, out now on your Android devices or Apple devices. The link is in the description below, so it will take you to there, and add me so we can team up and battle. Again, thanks to Kabam Games for sponsoring this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. But till then, subscribe for more awesome content, and until the next one, adios amigos.